Salut, come on, bienvenue, welcome one and all to one another one of my live streams. Tripping over my words, must remember to put my teeth in over morning. I cannot tell you how proud I am to have in the studio with me the inimitable Sian Faire. Sian Faire is a business operations manager and works remotely, but we're going to talk about that because there seems to be a lot of confusion out there. Very much a very great, all-encompassing welcome, Sian.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really great to be here today, Gareth, and I'm really looking forward to dispelling some myths
Now,
about.
Sean is new to the old live streaming game, so let's all cut a huge amount of rope because what we're going to be doing is regularly. You're going to see us on your screens at least once a week. Henceforth, we're talking about different aspects of business operations and also how it can affect a business and why you might find using someone like Sean to help manage the day-to-day operations of your business, and that is completely different from a VPN, and we'll talk about what the differences are. Sean, explain to me how a virtual business operations manager works and why it's different from the common myths.
So, a business operations manager is going to come in to a business and run the day to day operations. So, if you've got virtual staff, they're going to manage the staff, they're going to do the processes, going to streamline everything, they're going to put in systems, they're going to really come in and take away that level of management that a business owner is having to do, as well as what they really want to do, which is talking to their clients, delivering whatever their product or service is, and growing their business.
But this is quite distinct from a PA who is a person who will do, dare I say it, a bit of email, a few messages here and there, and so on. This is far more at the fundamental end of all the business processes, is it not?
Yeah, so a virtual assistant, a personal assistant, however you're going to call it, is a doer. What I do is manage the doers. So businesses, as they grow, are likely to have various people doing different admin jobs. So you may have someone doing social media, you may have someone doing your email and diary, you may have a tech VA that looks after your website. And what I would do is come in and manage all of those and make sure everything is running as streamlined as it can be, that everyone is talking to everybody, that everybody knows what's going on, where the business is heading. So I'm that level above. I sit just below the business owner and
Right,
manage everything for them.
right. And the benefit of doing that is what? I mean, why would I need to use such a service?
So most entrepreneurs, as they grow their business, they find that they are doing everything. And as the business grows, they continue to do everything. And that takes up more time. The bigger the business gets, the more time it takes. And so everything is just too much to enable them to grow further. And they need to do something. They've hit a plateau, they're doing as much as they can. Maybe they're working like 70, 80 hours a week, and they just want to get some time back. They want to be able to grow, but they just don't see how they can. And so I can come in and take a lot of that management level out of their hands. So I come in, I learn about their business, and I help them I take away that day to day that isn't really what they want to be doing. They want to be focusing on, like I say, like serving their clients, whatever their service is. They want to be doing that. They also want to be talking to their potential clients, their new people. That's how they're going to grow their business. If all the time they are focusing on the day-to-day stuff, they just don't have time to grow.
Yes, it's like you're too close to the coal face that you can't actually make stuff happen. Is that right? I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people living within their business and sort of it becomes all encompassing. They don't have any home life. They don't have any life to be able to think about focusing on what the next stage of growth for their business will be, because they're
Yeah.
doing everything.
Yeah, and that is the problem, and that's the thing. And the reality is, a lot of the time, that it isn't their skill set either, and it's not really what they want to do. So they stop enjoying their business.
The very reason
And
they started their business was often because
yeah,
it was something they really enjoyed, and it suddenly becomes a chore.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people may have originally been possibly in a corporate business, and one of the reasons that they leave is because they want more control over their time, what they're doing, and the success, which is what they want, takes away that choice again. It takes away the work-life balance, which is why they set up the business. And so that's what I'm there to give them their time back, whether that is for growth, whether that is for hobbies, for personal development, time with the family, time with friends, traveling. Traveling's a good one because obviously I spend a lot of time in Gran Canaria. I travel between Gran Canaria and the UK.
Right.
So yeah, travel's a big one for me, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that's the reason for my clients. But it's all
Mm.
about having a life.
Do you know what? I think it's often defining what it is you want from your business. I mean, some people want their business to be their pension. Other people, and this is common, want their business because they started out with this idealistic view about where they would be 6 years, 10 years' time. And suddenly 8 years have gone and they find that they've got no time for themselves. And the thing that they used to love doing as a hobby or as something they did within their work for somebody else has become this all encompassing thing that takes away their life. I suppose that's where you come in and really change things. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. A lot of people start their business with passion. They've got passion for something. And the issue is that, as well as doing whatever the passion is, so maybe it's they're a coach and they love helping people. And so, really, what they want to be doing all the time is being with clients, coaching, whether that's one to one, whether that's groups. They want to be doing that all the time. But to grow their business, they need a whole system and structure of business underneath it. So if they've got courses, then they may have an online platform, they may have Facebook groups, they may have all these things, and all of a sudden what was their passion isn't able to take up a lot of their time. So I had a client that was an NLP coach and trainer, and I came in because they were spending too much time on admin and stuff that just didn't light them up, didn't spark them. What they really wanted to be doing was being there with their one-to-one clients, doing the training courses, delivering the training. That is what they wanted to be doing. They wanted to be there at the front of their business. They didn't want to be at the back end. They didn't want to be doing the admin. They didn't want to be finding the courses, organizing everything. They didn't want to be checking that their website had been updated.
Right.
And so I took over the running of their team. They had a team in place. I took over running that team, and then I identified where there were gaps in their team and brought in extra people. So we were able to streamline their business. We were able they'd been missing leads. They were using paid ads, but they weren't following up the leads that were coming through. I brought in someone to follow up the leads and set appointments. So
Right.
I was managing their business for them so that they could then focus on their customer, which is what they wanted to do.
This is fundamental. I think this is absolutely. I tend to find with so many business owners that I come across, because I chat to an awful lot, that a lot of them find themselves completely obsessed from the top beginning of the day right to the end, that they've got no time for themselves to think straight. They need to be able to, I think they should be able to take an hour for lunch. They need to be able to finish at 5 and not think about work until the next day.
Yeah, I think obviously, like, some people do love their work so much that they're going to potentially work different hours. I mean, that's one of the things. The way that I work is that sometimes I may work evenings, sometimes I may work weekends, but then I might take a day off during the week. I love my nails. So if I get an appointment for my nails during the week, do you know what? I can do it because I've got my own business. So, but yes, it is. It's all about being able to do what you want with your time. And so if you've got somebody that's managing the team for you, that you know things are getting done when you're out of the business, then it just takes that weight off your mind. You don't have to be in the business all the time. You can take a day off. If your pet is ill, you can go to the vet. You haven't got to think, oh my God, what's going to happen with my business if I've got, my cat's ill. My cat's called COVID, by the way. My cat COVID is ill, needs to go to the vet. Is my business going to stop, ground to a halt? No, it's not, because I've got people that are going to do things for me. If I want to go on holiday, I nearly said need to go on holiday. If I want to go on holiday, yes, we do need to go on holiday.
You live on holiday all the time.
I live on holiday all the time, yes. But I don't have to worry because people do things for me. I live what I preach. I do outsource stuff. It is really important. If it's not your key skill set, you shouldn't be doing it.
Do you know what? We've had a message already from a lady called Mandy Healy who says, very good point, Sian Faire. I completely underestimated how long running my business would take. I love training and coaching. I spend less than 50% of my time doing what I'm passionate about. Quite right, Mandy. Your work will have a massive return on investment. And having experienced, knowledgeable, and efficient you are, I would highly recommend your services. Oh, thank you so much, Mandy. It's very kind of you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you ever so much, Mandy. I'm so pleased that you're listening. That is really cool. So
yes,
that's brilliant. Thank
well,
you.
no, look, here's the point. If you're spending all your time trying to make things happen for your clients, if you're trying to help people do better, and then forget that the very process of what you're doing is stopping your own work-life balance, then unfortunately, I think your focus might be slightly in the wrong place. What you could be doing, now, what you should be doing, is outsourcing some of the effort that's required to streamline the focus of your business. That's not someone doing a few emails. That's not someone managing your activities. That's someone looking into each one of your operational processes and ensuring they are working at their optimum. And not just that, making sure that your role in it is very defined. I think the biggest problem I've got, and this is amusing because about 6 months ago, I decided to list out all the different activities that I did, all the different jobs I was covering, and I came up with 18. And I'm very pleased to say I'm down to 10 now, but it's gradually come down. And what I'm doing is I'm outsourcing more and more of those bits and pieces, or getting my team to take them up, which means I can then focus on what I'm best at, which is talking about and running my business. And the same could be for you. Um, Sian, before we finish today, what I'd very much like is if you could summarize how working with Sian Faire, that's you as a person as well as you as an operational management business, will potentially improve uh, a, the work-life balance and the day-to-day operations of an existing business.
So I will come in. I'm a fresh pair of eyes. I've got 30 years of experience across many different industries and different job roles. And so I come in, I take a fresh pair of eyes, I look at the business, and I can then see where the changes need to be made. I
Streamlining,
can
effectively.
streamline, yeah. If they aren't using the systems that are now available, then obviously we can put those in, and that is very time efficient because there's a lot of really good systems out there that can help people. If we
Certainly are.
don't have if we don't have the right team members, then I've got contacts. I can find people to do the right things so that I've got the right people in the right jobs doing the right things at the right times, and that really will free up the business owner's time for whatever they want to do. The other thing, I think you mentioned it a little bit earlier about the fact of being able to step out of your business potentially. So
Yes.
that is one of the things. If you've got someone managing the day to day, it does free up your time. And obviously, it just does depend what your business is. That, for instance, a business coach may need to bring in associates to work with them, but it enables them to gradually step away from their business. That's something that I've looked at with a client in the past. How they could just take a step away from the business, but still have that business as a revenue stream in, like, semi-retirement, working part-time. Do we retire now? I don't know if we
I
do.
don't want to retire. I'm sorry,
I
I'm
don't
damned
think
if
we
I'm going to
do.
bloody retire. Why would I want to do a silly thing like that?
I
Especially
think
now, as I've got to the point where I want all of you to get to, by the way, all of you, you avid listeners, where you actually enjoying your business because you're not having to do too much of it, but the amount you are doing makes you feel really worthwhile. I love that feeling at the end of the day that I've helped people and that people have got something out of my contribution. I never got that before because I was so busy running around chasing my tail. Look, another place you can easily be found, Sian, I think, is LinkedIn. So what I've done is I've just popped that up there. Um, can you see that it's nice and easy to find her? She's Sian-Faire-VBN. In fact, if you went to your search engine, like Google or other search engines are available, and you typed in Sian space Fair space VBN, she'd come straight up. And VBN stands for Virtual Business Manager. So her role is to manage your operations so that you don't have to so much. You can focus on what you're best at. Sian, it's been an absolute pleasure spending some time talking to you today. I'm just going to get rid of that so we can see your title. And what we'll be doing, as I said, everybody, we'll be doing this regularly. So watch out. We'll be talking about different aspects. We'll bring in some personality based content, but watch out, please. Also, monitor her LinkedIn because there's going to be all sorts of bits and pieces there that are going to give you applicability, that are going to give you stories, all sorts of aspects of what she's about that will bring the whole thing to life. So watch out. It's all coming very soon. Sian, it's been an absolute pleasure to share the stage with you. Sian Faire, everyone, Business Operations Manager. Watch out, more content soon. Until next time, thank you for spending this time with us. I hope you feel you've learned a little bit more. I always like to feel that we're imparting something, perhaps uncovering an area that was perhaps before not seen. And watch out for the future. As I said, we're going to be producing content, all sorts of interesting bits and pieces. And I wish all of you a wonderful working week and, of course, great mental health. Bye bye now.